Hey everybody, Mark O'Neill here with O'Neill Outdoors. Hope you're doing well today. Today is actually May the 24th and it is raining like cats and dogs outside. After about 10 months of actually only getting a couple inches of moisture, the Texas Panhandle is now finally getting the moisture we needed. So today we have a review over the MSR Pocket Rocket Deluxe mini stove. I call these backpacking stoves. They're absolutely fantastic. They're lightweight. They take up very, very little room. And this has not failed me, not a single time. I absolutely love this small stove. It's tiny, tiny, tiny. It's a beast of a stove. Everyone needs at least 2 or 3 of these. I'll explain why here in a minute. But before we get into that review, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. We really do appreciate all the love and support that you've given our channel. We're definitely growing, and we want to continue to bring you more reviews and product knowledge of things like this, the MSR Pocket Rocket Deluxe. So click that subscribe button. Just below that's the like button. Let's get into it. This thing is absolutely awesome. This is a pressure regulated backpacking stove that has an internal igniter built into it, which is great for extremely windy situations and dry situations, or somewhere where you forget a lighter, don't want to rely on matches or a striking rod of some kind. This comes with it, so you're not having to worry about, did I get a lighter? Oh, I forgot it at the grocery store, the gas station. Oh, it's in the hotel. Don't worry about it. This has it for you. It's one less thing that you got to mess with or screw with, and remember to have your fantastic trip out in the outdoors. Unpackaging, like I said, the only reason I kept the box was because I knew I was going to do a review in it in a few months. I have been using this the last few months, and I gotta say, I can't tell you how many times I've used it. I can tell you I have had no problems with it at all. I've made a ton of meals with this, made tons of cups of coffee. This last hunting season, used this almost every single time I went out to make coffee or boil water for food, or make like a couple things of ramen, cook fish. I have used this more than I have any other stove, and I gotta say, I absolutely love the Pocket Rocket Deluxe by MSR. It does come with a soft case. When it's in the soft case stands about 4.5 inches and is about 2.5 inches wide. It is a soft case, so you might want to make sure you don't like put it in your back pocket, sit on it, or throw a huge thing of books on it, or hit it with a baseball bat. It would break. It's not a hard case, but still, that's not bad. 4.5 and 2.5 at its worst and at its tallest and widest. Definitely packable in a pack. When it's folded up, the overall length from top to bottom is actually 3 1/4 inches, and then its widest point is actually going to be from its igniter over past the pressure regulator to the high and low knob. That's 2 1/4 inches. So folded up, this thing is extremely small. I mean, look at that. You wouldn't even have to use that. You could actually just toss this in either another hard case or in the pack itself. I wouldn't be too worried about it. But if you have a little bit extra room, in a sense, I would definitely put it in a soft case and carry it that way. Now, while we unfold this, I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. The weight of this unit is 2.9 ounces. It's nothing. 2.9 ounces. So this really isn't adding too much weight of any kind, and it's not taking up any space. It's got a self-inbuilt igniter. This thing is just awesome. So now that we've got it assembled or unfolded in a sense, from the widest points of contact where you're going to be resting your bowl, your pan, or your unit that you're cooking with, just like this, 4 inches. The height is 3 1/2 inches. The regulator down here, the on-off, the pressure, high-low, that just folds out, and lefty-loosey, righty-tighty, all the way right off. You want to, before you hook up your butane, you want to make sure that's all the way to the right. You don't have to over-crank it. Just, okay, that's off. Now at this point, it's good to attach your isobutane. These just screw right in, righty-tighty, and at first, whenever it gets going, you'll actually hear that noise right there, and then it's going to stop. You're all good to go. All you got to do is turn it on, hear a little bit of gas going, click that, and the center of there is going to arc. The ignition system is extremely reliable. I have not had any issues whatsoever with it. I have not played with it, but turned it on and off, on and off, on and off. I cannot tell you how many times. Never had an issue. So let's do it. I'm going to turn that on just a little. Now I'm going to press the ignition. There you go. At this point, I would rest it on the ground and have my water or whatever I'm cooking or wanting to boil, put it on there, and then from there I would turn it up. You can boil water pretty darn fast with this thing. This unit can boil about 1 liter of water in somewhere around 3¼ to 3½ minutes. The box says 3 minutes and 20 seconds to boil 1 liter of water. Of course, it's going to depend. It's going to depend on a lot of factors. But on average, I'd say that's right. About on average, 3½ minutes to boil a whole liter of water. That's actually pretty good. Some situations may vary, so take that into consideration. And that's really it for the stove. There's not much to it. The ignition system is fantastic. The regulator and turning with pressure high and low with the gas makes it extremely easy and versatile whenever you're cooking or just heating things up, rewarming coffee or hot chocolate or a mocha that you make out in the field. If you're sitting there a while, you lose sort of track of time, you take a sip, it gets cool. I just put that back on there, turn it on, click, warms it right back up. This thing is fantastic. Very, very easy and friendly to use. Very, very reliable. No issues, no concerns. I love this. It's a one and all package. So this stove is an absolute beast and an epic addition to any emergency kit, or for those who camp, hunt, fish, hike, go backpacking, trekking, you name it. And before we really get into that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link to this exact stove down in the description below. All that you got to do is go over to that description, click down, find the link for the stove, click on it. It shoots you right over to Amazon. Add 2 or 3 of them to your cart. Yep, 2 or 3 in here. I'll tell you why in a minute. 2 or 3 of them to your cart. Check out. They show up at your front door. That's it. You don't have to do anything else. I'll also, just below that link, add the link to some of these isobutane canisters to where, hey, look, you got 2 or 3 of these, order 10 or 12 of these, you're set. You're absolutely set. Why do you need 2 or 3? Okay, here's why. You put 1 in your trunk, you put 1 in your emergency kit, you put 1 in your backpack. Maybe even put 1 in your go bag, to where no matter what the situation is, let's say you got 1 in your trunk for winter travels. During winter storms, maybe winter pileups, where you slide off the road in the middle of the night during a huge storm that's going to be a 2 or 3 day storm. Not going to get to you for 2 or 3 days. That does happen. With this, you can actually go out, grab snow in your pot, and boil your water. Now you have drinking water. You have clean drinking water. All you got to do is bring it to a Raging or Royal and boil for a minute, at least. Boom, let it cool off. Now you're drinking water. Now you have clean water to cook your dehydrated meals. Go check out those videos as well. This stove can do it all with the least amount of stuff. Pressure regulator, you save your gas, you don't just blow it all out on a high one. You have an igniter built into it that has not failed for me in thousands of pushes. I mean, every single time it works, the first time. It doesn't matter what it is. This stove is fantastic and an epic addition to any kit. For those that live in fire country and deal with having fire evacuations, like last minute stuff, everybody that lives in that area, they all have a backpack or a bag. And it's like their emergency survival kit and a bag of clothes. If you put this in your emergency survival kit, when you run out to your car or they come and they pick you up and you're being evacuated, like let's say it's on a huge bus or anything, if you have one of these, you have fresh water. You can find a stream. Wherever you get to, there's running water through the sink. I wouldn't drink half the water in some of these other cities. I would, though, take it in a titanium mug or a metal bowl, put it on here, turn it on, boil the water for at least a minute, and now I've got clean water. So there's number 2. 3, your backpack. Whether it's your EDC or your camping backpack, survival backpack, whatever it is, same situation. This thing can get you clean drinking water no matter what. The other nice thing is, let's say hurricanes. Well, I don't need water in hurricanes. I mean, it's raining. But yeah, but you can boil your water. And for all these other situations, whether you're stuck in a car in a winter storm, evacuated during a fire, or stuck in your home during a hurricane or tornado season where you lose power, if nothing works or you have an electrical stove or your power is out for 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 14 days, all you need is to boil your water, pour your water into those dehydrated meals, and you're now eating. All you need is dirty water, boil it for at least 1 minute, and you have clean drinking water. But this stove is one of the top fantastic tools and epic tools that I can make a recommendation of getting. That's why I think everybody needs 2 or 3 of these. These are so small, great stocking stuffers, great for a birthday gift, graduation gift, you name it. Hunting, fishing, backpacking, camping, survivalist, training, you name it. These things are absolutely awesome. Now, breakdown. To break it down, whoop, almost dropped it. I fold everything down. A lot of it's aluminum, so it cools off very, very quickly. That's it. Everything is disassembled. Back to how it was. I take it, cools off very, very quickly. I can put it in its carrying case. That's it. Toss it in my backpack. Take my lid, put it on my isobutane, so that nothing gets in there and my threads don't get bent. Toss this in my backpack and I'm back on the road. This is a fantastic tool and system for anyone. And anyone can use this. You don't have to have any training for this. Just watch my video. You can use this no matter what the situation or problem is. This is a tool that everyone needs to have. Now, like I said, all the links are going to be down in the description below for these 2 items. Essentially, I might switch this one up and give you something a little bit better. This is just all that I could find at the moment that's not packed up in all my camping gear. But this is an absolute fantastic addition for anyone, for anything. I highly recommend that you pick up at least 2, because if you can't find one, you can always remember where the other one is. If you're ever on the road, you know if it's in your trunk, you always have means of survival. So click on the link down below, go check these out. I highly recommend these. I use this myself. So with that being said, I'm Mark O'Neill with O'Neill Outdoors. Y'all take care, stay safe.